Hello, EntrePods, and welcome to Season 3. This season, we are interviewing and talking about ethical entrepreneurs who are making money and changing our world. Join us as we discover how we can step into power as creators and business owners to reshape business into one that values humanity, our planet, and our shared future. You won't want to miss a single episode.
Going back to before this time of just corruption and where we're at right now, which it's burning, and it's going to change. But people used to think about that. Where should I be? I mean, you had people that, I work on this, but it's really this feeling of not belonging, not being in place, not being where you're supposed to be, that is driven innovation. And it's driven it in artists. It's driven it in engineering, the Industrial Revolution. If you look at a lot of the people that made their millions during the Industrial Revolution, they were not rich people. They were like, I grew up from a sharecropper or whatever, but I knew this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Mm. And they were allowed that time to have, I say allowed, they took the time and opportunity to go, where am I supposed to be? And they changed the world. They became world changers, which is what we're talking about this season. And so I think that it's interesting because society would say, why are you stressing out, Loubna? You've got an MBA, you've got a PhD, you're married, you have everything you want. You're just being too stressed. Just settle.
Oh my God.
Just settle. And you can't just settle if everything isn't connecting in a way that you feel like you're making a difference.
Wow, Jennifer. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you are here, you're battling, and we don't all know, but I'm going to tell you, when your marriage isn't going right, it really is the worst time, because you vowed to love this person forever. They vowed to love you. And the idea is you stay with them forever. And when it doesn't work out and you realize this isn't going to work out, I don't care if y'all are best friends and you end best friends and monetarily it's okay. You're crazy for like a year afterwards. It is the most devastating thing in the world.
It is.
It is. But you managed to go through that horrible time and create advances and move forward. And so now, how did you make it through that? Because many people tank. They get, they just tank.
Great question. Actually, I made it through because I surrounded myself with a great support system. My friends, and also, my family, my friends, and mainly other communities. So I coach people, but I also have coaches. Like the past, the past 2 years, I would say, since I divorced, I would say, I've had multiple types of coaches. I've had like 1 or 2 business coaches here and there, spiritual coach, a health coach. And every time I was surrounded by community of people who had the same mindset as mine, and I was doing a lot of self-development and personal development work that helped me. We cannot do things on our own. I mean, at least I don't believe that. And all of my coaches say the same thing. Okay, we all need support. We need to be part of communities. We need to just realize that we are not the only ones who are going through similar challenges. And just to give you an example, in my coaching program, for example, I work with people individually, and I also have group coaching calls, and that's where more magic happens, right? Those executives I work with, they are from different companies, the companies you were mentioning earlier. They have different roles and they don't know each other. And then I bring them together and we have our weekly calls, and they realize that they're not the only ones who are facing those specific challenges. And not only they hear my perspective, but they hear the perspective of other amazing people. And everything gets really more powerful. it gets exponentially powerful. So yes, it's important that we have communities and people around.
Yeah, I've got to say, and I know people are listening and say, well, of course they're going to say that because, both Jennifer and Loubna are coaches and consultants. But I'm going to tell you, if you have a therapist, one of the first things I've asked when I've went to therapy, who's your therapist? Not that I want them, but I want to know that they have one, because anyone who works with people in any sort of energetic way like this, where we're really helping people through problems, whether it's a business problem or HR is crazy, or their sales and marketing are down, or, they're trying to transition from a partnership. I've helped a lot of people with exits and things like that. Whenever you're dealing with that's an energy sort of thing. And you need to have your own coaches and consultants. So one of the things you should ask a coach and consultant is, are you in coaching and consulting?